Big Papa Carl. That a boy, Carl. Getting it done. Woo-hoo-hoo. This issue of The Walking Dead 137 was all about Carl and his booty calls. You know what I'm saying? Spoilers. If you want to see the full chapter, I'll have the link below. Great guys from Comic All Day, whatever, releases them out. Whatever. Let's get right into it. Basically, we saw Carl being released. Like before, we see the two kids that beat the shit out of Carl and Sophia are awake. Maggie goes and checks up on them. And Lydia doesn't want to talk to Maggie or Jesus. And basically, the parents are pissed. The parents are still pissed. Gregory says, let me talk to you. Let's talk to Maggie. Tells Maggie, let's go talk. I want to let you guys, let you know about the parents and stuff. And like, they're good people, this and that. They've been here longer than you, blah, blah, blah. And then we also see Carl with Sophia. So I was like, damn, Carl getting Sophia and getting Lydia. So he's with Sophia, and Sophia is, they hug. There's still something there. She says, I'm glad you're here. And Carl says, I'll always protect you. Robert Kirkman is setting something up. It's going to be bad. I just see this ending very, very bad. A lot of emotions, a lot of attraction going on. That's what I love about The Walking Dead. That's what the show doesn't have. There's attraction there on the show. Like we all know Michonne and Rick, Daryl and Carol, but they don't explore. They're just too... I know they don't want to make it more soap opera-y as it is, and there's other things to, worry about in the Walking Dead show. But this is why I love the comic so much, is because Kirkman is not afraid to explore, and it's realistic. These characters have feelings, and lust. Lust is the biggest thing, in this world, in any kind of setting. All right, there's always going to be attraction, lust. There's always going to be, that thing there. So I'm glad that Kirkman is definitely playing that with Carl, especially since Carl is, becoming a man. So before I get into this, so him and Sophia, that's a close relationship already established, but him and Lydia just happened. But you can tell Carl's automatically intrigued and probably attracted to Lydia. So, and Lydia, same way, but we still don't know what the deal is with Lydia. So we see basically Lydia not talking to Jesus and Maggie and saying, hey, I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. And then, Carl comes in and says, listen, Maggie and Jesus say, okay, let's let Lydia out. Carl will watch, we'll watch her, because they know that Carl and her have established this relationship already since Carl gave Lydia the hat. So Carl basically is the babysitter, going to be watching her. If she does anything funny, she does anything that's going to harm anybody, anything of the sort that's going to lead to something bad, he will kill her. And he was serious. So that was a great moment. Then we see Maggie and Gregory talking. And, Gregory, I just want to smack the shit out of him. I hate Gregory so much. This guy needs to die. This guy thinking, he could take over once again. And, of course, he drugs Maggie when Maggie has that wine. So... has a glass of wine, and they're discussing the people and the parents and stuff. So he's calling her a bitch and this and that. I'm like, Gregory needs to die. Hopefully Maggie wasn't poisoned that much, maybe, but we'll see how it goes. I don't want Maggie to die that pathetic of a way, because that's a pathetic death for Maggie. If she just gets poisoned, I think she deserves a better death, or even not even die at all. So I really like Maggie. I really like her role as the leader. So there's that. Jesus, of course, came in and saw what Gregory did, so he's going to kick Gregory's ass. So I can't wait for that. Let's get back to Carl, though. It's all about Carl, man. It's all about Big Papa Carl. Big Papa Carl, just like, hey, ladies. You can't see, but there you go. Hey, ladies, Valentine's Day, threesome. He's just, he's taking Lydia, showing her around, showing her chickens, blah, blah, blah. They stay by the chickens because she likes the sound and everything. They discuss, basically what Carl's been through, and not too much of her, just about what her group eats and everything. She doesn't eat humans or anything like that. And then, of course, at this point, Carl has the glasses back on, so she wants to see his eye, because she hasn't really seen him face to face until he went to go get her. She wants to see his eye, and Carl doesn't want to let it, doesn't want to show her. Of course, he shows her, or well, she takes the glasses off, and she licks the eye. Talk about kinky. Damn. That's some kinky stuff. She licks the eye, and this is like, wow. Yeah, okay. Wow. I mean, Carl is going to have an eye fetish at this point. He's going to want that all the time, every time they do it. And, of course, Lydia says, have you ever had sex? Let's have sex. And at this point, she's an odd girl. She's an odd girl. There has to be. I don't know if she's really playing Carl or not. I don't know at this point. I mean, her people are outside the gates. I don't want to believe there's something about her where I don't want to believe that she is kind of naive in a way. Like she said, she's doing exactly what her people are telling her to do, like Carl, was told by his dad Rick and everything when they were on the run. I don't know. There's something way more. Of course, there's something much more to this. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, Kirkman, I think, is going for that love triangle thing, but it's so interesting now because Carl is not with Sophia, but he does really care for Sophia. He just got with this chick. I don't know if it's a booty call or something more. They did say they like each other, and Sophia's gonna be pissed. Sophia's gonna be jealous, so that's gonna play a factor where this girl she's dangerous. We all know she is dangerous. So even though we don't know too much about her and her group, she is dangerous. That's the one thing we know. And dangerous, crazy, licking in the eye leads to basically nothing good other than Carl getting some. Sure, it lasts, well, for Carl's sake, probably lasts like a minute, but it's all going to be bad. It's all going to be bad. We'll see, especially with the Maggie and Gregory situation. That's going to come ahead. People are not going to be trusted and everything, and she's not going to be trusted. Lydia's definitely not going to be trusted, and she's not trusted at all, except Carl's the only one that really trusts her. So, oh no! I mean, it was all Carl. It was basically Carl's losing his virginity. That's what the chapter was. I'm pretty sure he didn't have any before that. So great, but it was a great issue. It was great. It's just like setting. The wheels are turning. It's just gonna be bad. I just have a feeling it's just all bad. When it comes to this comic book, everything ends up being bad. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I really do think it is Carl's time to shine. So Rick, I think I'm more entertained for Carl because this is intriguing with him in the crossroads of him not fitting in with Maggie's group, maybe fitting in with Lydia's group, him not wanting to leave his father behind because he wants to make be his own man. So a lot of things, to consider with Carl. I think Kirkman is leaning towards Carl's arc, leaning to Carl being the main guy because I'm pretty sure Rick is going to die at some point. If not, then there's theories that Carl's going to become the bad guy and Rick's going to have to go against Carl. I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody else wants to see that. I don't think Carl himself wants to do that. I don't think he'd do that for Lydia if Lydia is the one that turns him a new leaf. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying there's a lot of people throwing out that theory, but it really does seem like Kirkman is trying to put more shine on Carl's character. He is growing. I think it would be nice to maybe, Rick starting to become the supporting character and Carl becoming the main character, because where do we go from here? So thank you guys for listening. You can read the chapter. Let me know what your thoughts are. Great chapter. Can't wait till next chapter, see where this all heads down to. Just bad. But hey, they like when they call me Big Papa. Good job, Carl. Good job. You're my boy, man. You're my boy.